Hi everyone, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how we are actually going to use all the things that we have learned so far and how we are going to actually get live data using the WebSocket and create a live strategy. So this is live strategy code, and what I'm trying to show you here is essentially we will, let's say, talk about SBIN. We will keep getting the data as a WebSocket. And let's say we have an upper level and a lower level. And if the upper level is broken, we will go for a buying opportunity. And if the lower level is broken, we will go for a selling opportunity. I've not added the stop loss and the target, but I hope you'll get how to do that. So once you've got the entry, the only other thing that you'll have to add is the stop loss and the target. So let us start. Right at the top, I've already done the login. So as you can see, I've done the login here. And I'm calling this WebSocket app. So I'm just starting this function here. Essentially, what I'm doing here is that I'm this symbol, adding this symbol SBIN to the script list, which I want to subscribe. So as you can see here, it will come up in the subscribe list, and I want to get the complete data. So I will be getting data of the symbol SBIN every second. And as you can see here, we are connecting this using the full mode. So I'm getting the entire data now. As we know, as we've seen from uh, the subscribe video, the most important function is the on scripts function. So what will happen here that we will keep getting the data. We are getting the LTP, so we are extracting the LTP from the data that we are getting from FYERS, and this is where I am calling this function called execute trade logic. So as you can see here, this is the most important function. We are getting the LTP in a variable, and then once I've got the variable, I can put it in my any strategy. So this is the main function, the execute trade logic, where I'm passing the LTP. Let us say my upper level is 740 and let us say my lower level is 720. So what I'm saying is that if my LTP goes above 740, I want to buy, and if it goes below 720, I want to sell. So let's quickly talk about what is this execute trade logic. So this is the execute trade logic. We have a variable called has position right at the top, which is a Boolean variable, which is initially false. That means I'm not in any trade. So what I'm checking is that if I'm not in any trade and the LTP is above the upper level, then it will say yes, the buying signal has come, and it will update the value of has position to true. On the other hand, if it is LTP is less than lower, that means my selling trade has triggered, and again it will update the value of has position to true. It will also check if my has position is true, that means I'm already in trade, so it will say I am in trade, and otherwise it will keep printing no trade. So as you can see here, all these functions are the same functions which we saw when we were creating the WebSocket logic. But now, as you can see, the most important part is using the on scripts function, where we are getting the LTP out. So let's run the code now. So I'm going to run the code, and let us see if we are getting the results. So as the code has started, we can see it says HSM connected, and we are getting the LTP also. So the current LTP is 734.8, and it is also printing the upper level and the lower level. It is saying no trade at the moment, because as you can see here, it is essentially executing this line. And it is waiting for either the upper level to get broken or the lower level to get broken. So just to show you, so because it's quite far right now, it's about 5 points away. So I'm going to change the levels, and I'm going to make them closer so that our trade gets triggered. So let us say we are talking about 735 here, and maybe a 734.2 here. So I've made them really close. Hopefully one of them will get triggered, and we can see how it will look. So I'm rerunning the code. I've made my upper and lower levels a lot closer to the current market price. And let us see what kind of a result we are getting now. So let me just quickly rerun the code. So you can see here the current price is 734.8. Very close to our upper and lower levels. Like I said, let's hope it breaks one of the levels, so that we can see whether it will give us an intimation that the trade has been triggered or not. So we'll probably wait for 30 more seconds. If not, I'll change the upper level to even closer. So we are still about 30 paisa away. Okay, I don't think it's going up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the upper level even closer. Let's make it 734.7. And let us run the code one more time. So we have made the upper level even closer. I just want to show you how it will look once it triggers. But the idea here is that we are getting the LTP using the WebSockets. Okay, it's very close now, and we have, if you remember, our logic is above the upper level, not equal to upper. So we are waiting for it to go above 734.7, and as soon as it goes, it should go for a buying opportunity. So very close, about 5 paisa away. Let's hope it goes up. Okay, and as you can see, this is live data. This is using WebSocket, so we are getting it almost every second, and this does not eat into my limit, because as we said earlier also, that WebSockets, there is no limit. We can keep getting the data for the entire day. Okay, so you can see here it has actually gone down. It has actually gone down. So let's hope it goes up again, or rather, if it goes down, it goes below 734.2. If not, I'll be changing the level and making them even closer. So let me make it 0.5, and let's run it again. So I made it 734.5. Okay, you can see it says LTP is above SMA. Why? Because the buying price was 734.55, and now it is saying I am in trade. So like I said, we can create strategies like this. So now it is come here, it is saying I'm in trade because it broke the upper level. So like I said, if you want to make a fully fledged strategy, you can put a stop loss and target in these LF statements, and this will keep running. You can even put an exit based on the time. Let's see, if you want to do it on intraday basis, you will exit at 350, something like that. So I hope this is clear. This was a practical example of how we are going to use WebSockets and create a fully functional strategy. You can also use similar logic to, let's say, use indicators. So we've already seen how to get the indicators earlier, so you can do that as well. So again, thank you everyone for joining in, and I will see you soon.